This is pretty surreal, I gotta say. I've had the pleasure of being a best man once before, but when it's your younger brother, it takes on a whole different meaning. And it is 1,000 times more difficult, I can say that. So please, let me first start with acknowledging Jamie's family. Jack and Beth Callahan, her parents, Tommy and Kara, her older siblings. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you for throwing such a beautiful wedding. It was beyond picturesque today. And thank you for raising such a beautiful, wonderful daughter, in Jamie, to compliment my brother Chris. As well, I should thank you for welcoming him to your family in such an early stage. He's always had the nicest thing to say about you guys. Even more so, I can only imagine that the day you hand over your daughter's hand in marriage is going to be particularly challenging. Please allow me to say thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for doing so. Thank you for trusting Jamie's trust in Chris and their decision, because I've never seen my brother happier. Thank you. Mom and Dad, words cannot fully convey the love and gratitude that Chris and I have for you and your constant, unwavering support for our every endeavor. Sometimes this support was sort of backhanded. I can think of a couple examples. One would be the time where Chris wanted to have a friend over on a Wednesday, which is your day off. You said, "I don't care, Chris, it's your life." He was 5 years old. Another time was in the winter, around the same age, we were ice skating. His head was sweaty, he wanted to take his ski hat off. He said, "I don't care, Chris, but I don't want to hear about it when you get sick." Or maybe the most important time was also around 4 or 5 years old. We rode our little Schwinn Gremlin single-speed bicycles 10 miles on the towpath, right around here. And Chris was crying for about 8 out of 10 of those miles. And you continued to yell at him to stop complaining that he was tired, that his legs hurt, or whatever it was, only to find out he had 2 flat tires and a broken fork. I guess it was support nonetheless. But who your son is today, sitting here, his beautiful bride, is due to your parenting and the occasional insightful combination of Italian and Jewish guilt.
Michael!
Grandma and Grandpa, I don't know any 2 people in this world more fortunate to have 2 grandparents such as yourselves. Since we were little kids, we could always look to the bleachers and see you guys cheering us on. But more importantly, and most importantly, you've shown us that after 68 years of marriage, it's still possible to be in love and be happy. Thank you. Thank you to our families. Have you ever met one of those people that no matter where you are, what you're doing, who you're with, whenever you think about this person, you just smile? 28 years ago, I started smiling and laughing, and I haven't stopped since. Chris was born, and I became the luckiest brother on the face of the earth. And what started as me torturing Chris in a high chair, force-feeding him strawberries until he bit me, it evolved into us doing pretty much everything together throughout middle school, high school, and most of college. Chris is one of those people that can walk into a room and make 10 friends instantly, and somehow people just always want to be around him. People always want to be around Chris, and you know it's going to be a good night because you're going to laugh until your stomach hurts, you're going to be grossed out and have to leave the room at least twice, and he's going to convince someone to do something unreasonable. Certainly a character builder, exactly. Over the past few, maybe 9 months, it's probably since July when they got engaged, I started trying to think of a few stories to share tonight. It was actually really difficult because really none of them are appropriate for a wedding. But you guys have picked up on this from Doug and Atavio's speech last night. And Kara, you hit an addict with the whole Snickers thing. He's just like that. So I guess we'll settle for the night that they met. It was Triumph Brewery, and Chris and George were there for about 10 minutes, and Jamie happened to walk by their table. Chris instantly turns to George and he says, "I need to make that girl my girlfriend." So Jamie happened to, as this is Chris's side of the story, Jamie happened to walk past their table 10 times over the course of the next hour. And he took that as a sign that she wanted to talk to him. If you ask Jamie, she was the designated driver that night, was drinking only water, and their table was next to the bathroom. So I don't know what her real motivation was, but either way, by the end of the night, they hit it off, and they were finishing each other's sentences, and they were recording Wedding Crashers together. Do you remember the quote? Sorry, I'm not sorry. Okay, well, I'll remind you later, but that's the extent of the appropriateness of this story. Love is blind, exactly. If you guys want to hear the quote, talk to them afterwards. It's not appropriate anymore. I got to know Jamie pretty well, basically through weekends down the shore. She would come down for the weekend and stuff. And she was down to do pretty much anything, which in our family literally could be anything. And pretty quickly, over the course of half of the summer, it got to the point where my mom referred to a chair at the table as Jamie's chair at the table. And at that point, it was kind of unclear who realized it first, my mom, Chris, or Jamie. They all knew that she was going to be around for good. So fast forward to April 2013. I was talking to Chris one night. He was telling me, we're on the phone, he's telling me he's going to move to Charlotte. And so he and Jamie had been together for a while, and I asked him what they were going to do. He said that Jamie was going to look for a job in Charlotte and move down there to be with them. And at that point, we all knew it was a sealed deal. And in fact, as I fell asleep that night is when I started to write this speech in my head. So Chris, because I know you pretty much better than anybody else, I can honestly say that I've never met two people more perfectly suited to each other than you and Jamie. You should be cautiously proud of this, Jamie. I never thought there was another human being on this planet that could match his, interesting character traits.
Subtle, very subtle.
Very subtle. But interesting character traits, what do you call it? Good weirdness? I don't know what you want to call it. But it's the ability to constantly entertain, annoy, and surprise those around him with the next thing that you would never forget. It's really a unique trait. And I'm reminded of one quote from John Girac. He's an author about fly fishing, whatever. It goes, if people don't occasionally walk away from you shaking your heads, you're doing something wrong. Chris, and dare I say Jamie, very often are doing many things right. And you guys, Kara, thank you so much for doing the little dance thing, because I don't have to do it now, but his dance moves are equally as entertaining and something you'd remember at the end of the night. So Jamie, it's to you. During speeches like this, it's common to say that when the groom met his bride-to-be, he somehow changed. He became a better person, he was different, he was more focused, he stopped misbehaving, he stopped getting drunk all the time, whatever it was. But he was somehow improved into a better but more mature person. I can't say any of that about Chris. I won't say that he's more motivated, because he's always persisted and gotten what's important to him, such as asking you on a date for 5 weeks where you said yes. I won't say that he stopped drinking beer because he works for a brewery and is really committed to being a good employee. I won't say that he's calmed down at all. He's a passionate person, and now his passion is directed to you. I won't say that he's more focused professionally, because he studied his butt off 2 months straight to get into business school and help make a better life for both of you. With you, Jamie, he's exactly his self, his true self. A caring and compassionate person, reliable, loyal, and strong. And to this point, I don't think Chris has ever fully given himself something bigger than he is, and that's his marriage to you. Sorry. Congratulations, you guys. And I wish you both many years of health, wealth, good fortune, love, and happiness. You both deserve nothing less. Welcome to the family.
One more time, ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for your best man. And at this time, Janie and